Hello, I'm Will Forge, and today we will forge. And I'm a little bit late today. I was supposed to be starting a while ago. You were just about to go to bed? Every single time, it seems like. Or at least, well, right now. Let's see, what was I about to pull? I was about to do... I had to fix something. What was it? Ugh. Something popped in my head to fix, and then I don't remember what it was. Oh well, it doesn't matter. Anyway. Yeah, well, thank you. Welcome, I mean. How's it going, Aaron? So what I've got going on here is I made a thing. I made like the tail end of a ship. I mean, it's not really like finished. I'm on Shitty Cycle because I've had to wake up early for house being painted. Gotcha. This is still just sort of block out stuff. I just sort of got carried away doing a little bit of art. Ooh, so you can still get up here to board the ship. Still break through those and all that stuff. And I got like a rudder kind of here that I just slapped on with scaling. I didn't actually change any colors. You're at Sergeant Grade 3 right now? Oh wow, yeah, you passed me up. I think I did play enough to raise like one rank and then that was it. What's in the way here? What's going on here? Oh, that's right, I slapped that down, but I didn't actually I didn't actually scale it correctly. Yeah, so basically, actually, you know what? I'm gonna grab this, and then this, and then this. And then I'm gonna say Y, double enter, and that's gonna move it over. Why is that? Okay, that's unusual. Why are they different locations? That should work. But it's coming straight up into the post, so I think I'm gonna have to change that. Anyway, let's see. Would have been Staff Sergeant today, but needed a break. Yeah. Let's see. I think I need to move this over. Definitely needs to be moved over. What do you need? You want to play? What do you want to play? What? I'm not sure what you're saying, buddy. You want in here? I don't know what he's asking for. I'm like 1 or 2 matches away from ranking up. Oh, nice. Just a second. Let me figure out what he needs real quick. Rice? You want rice? No, no, follow you. What do you need? Hurry. You want a dry life cereal. Okay. Sorry about that. You'll do it tomorrow, then you're hopping in to get to the end of Platinum in the next 2 weeks. Yeah, that would be quite a grind. That seems like you know, a lot of work. A lot of work. So basically I have this like ship going, by the way. This is what I'm working on. This is what I was working on yesterday. I put like crosses in the windows and stuff like that. It looks kind of cool. I don't know if it's definitely not really done yet. Kind of sloppy in a few areas, and more block out than anything. Only 2593 games to go. Nice. Sorry, 52, not 25. I just straight up misread that. 5,293 games. Interesting. That's a lot more than 25. But yeah. Let's see. But that's really awesome. Let's see, if I do this, and then I grab this and bring it over. What are you gonna do with your Mark 7 armor, or whatever? Are you gonna do your, are you gonna go and do the what do you call it? Let's see. It's not an accurate match count. As every firefight game I play, it goes down by 2 or 3. Oh, I should have actually copied that. I think this is the same height. And I just need to make this 1 and it should be the same. Like like a wooden deck kind of scale. There we go. And then obviously I need to put something there. What? It's supposed to be next to where it was. Okay. Okay, so you said it's not accurate match count, as every firefight game I play goes down by 2 or 3. That's good, because that's a lot of matches. The is that website that's sort of trying to guess, it's trying to estimate for you? I forget what that website's called. There we go, okay. So the idea is when you come in here, that the staircase will be across from you. There'll be a firefight here, but that you can relocate. And there'll probably be something around here that'll give you cover, so you can actually like relocate whenever they're not looking, and get them from the side or whatever. And that there'll also be an area over here, possibly for spawning, but also for like maybe some kind of equipment or weapon or something to that effect. Up here, I kind of want to make it to where like you have to come up and loop around here to come around here. Ships were often built with that kind of design so that they could, you know, you could prevent like mutinies and stuff like that from happening because they'd have to fight their way around or whatever. So this kind of thing where you'd have to come around this block before you'd come that way, which means that anyone over here can shoot at you. So you'd have to fight your way up the stairs this way, and then I'll probably put like railing around it, stuff like that. Let's see. It's on. Let's see. Like my required matches say 6 for me to get to staff sergeant, but I can definitely do it in 2. Definitely feeling the slowdown in platinum. Yeah, I was feeling that too. As soon as I hit platinum, I was like, oh my god, this is so much harder to get even just the lower ranks. I was like, Jesus. This is going to be a drop down into the cave that's like this rock is built on. It's probably going to be water pouring through there and that way, as the rain is going to be very constant, so the layer of water up here is going to be, you know, I got that actually set separate in its own thing, so now it's much easier to turn back on. So that I can be like, you know, it's going to be like that. It's going to be sort of pouring through there and through that way. Oh, you're only 11% of the way through the ranks for the platinum ranks? Jesus. That's crazy. Okay, let's see. I really do need to eventually get back to programming that that MOBA. I was doing this so I can make it easier to get back into, so it'd be smoother, because it's a lot of work to, you know, just to get into streaming back into streaming, and then also at the same time trying to get back into Forge was gonna be tough. So I was like, I'm gonna make it easy on myself and just do one before the other. You know, Lance Corporal Onyx is like the halfway mark to hero. Oh wow, really? I don't know what that means, but that person definitely needs to get banned. Or something. Let's see, where's my... So this is where I need to... This is what it was I was going to get set up. I was supposed to set up so I could actually have my video up. So I could actually, like, be able to police it or whatever. Hold on. Channel. Let's see. Where do I do customization analytics? I forget where the actual thing is. I haven't had to police chat in a while. It looks like they're trying to say, like, do voice to text. I can't. Did you see that? It looks like voice to text. I'm just gonna remove. I'm gonna put that user on timeout. Oh yeah. How about 2? I got someone knocking on the door. How many times are my kids going to also come and interrupt the stream? That's another one. Because it's already been... this just today, like normally they interrupt a little bit, but it's already been how many times? 2, 3 times? I think 2 times, right? And then I was late in part because they kept coming over here knocking on the door. What's going on, guys? What's up? So you need paper? Okay. So you need loose leaf paper. That's what that's called. Okay, loose leaf paper. She needs to make a map. Let's see. Here you go. Okay, can you help her understand where she's supposed to do next if she hasn't finished yet? Thank you. Alrighty. Let's see. Where was I? Alright, cool. Alright, I can actually see everything now up here. Should I increase the bitmap back the bit rate back to what it was before, back to 3000 output? Let's do that, because I found out I had an update. That was probably the reason. An optional update on Windows. It didn't automatically install itself, and that's the reason why it was being all annoying yesterday. But let's see. Okay, so I need to find a good staircase ramp kind of thing that goes up. I just did it. I increased it. We'll see if that is right. I kind of like the way that this slopes and then like kind of goes around the corner like that. It actually looks kind of nice for this, for what I was going to do over here. Let's see. Got a massive headache? Yeah? Is it from bad frame rate or just in general? Let's see. I want that. That is possibly not gonna work. I'm gonna scale it up. What's the headache from? Just in general? Just like a weird, like sudden, yeah, general headache. Well, that calls for some ibuprofen, I suppose. I used to have to flush my sinuses to get rid of headaches. Let's see. Like do the whole like salt, you know, in your nose and stuff like that, salt water, and like sterilized salt water. Like you boil it first and clean it and all that kind of stuff. It was rough. When I was a kid, I used to have to do that. Okay, so that's not bad. And if I, you know, I hit that little lip right there, which isn't going to be there, you know. I can have that curve be going down into the cave. Only had one meal today, so that's probably why. Oh, yeah. Like blood sugar issues? Makes sense. Let me see if I can, you know what? I'm going to go to the cliff. Isn't it called cliff? Yeah, rock cliff. That's the one I'm going to use here. And I am, in fact, going to use the side that adds cover. Thusly. And I'm going to put it right here and give us a little bit of that a little tiny bit of cover there. I'm probably going to scale it so that's more flat because I don't want too much of a rough surface up here, but it is looking a little too rough. I might need to bring it down, just put another rock in that spot. Who knows? Let's see. Chicken nuggets! Hey, how's it going? Welcome. Only, let's see. I'm gonna get a pizza pocket or something. Sounds good to me. You gonna get chicken nuggets? Because it's pizza pocket word work. But, you know, it's Simpa had another suggestion for you. Let's see. Gonna remove those. There. I think, I like how flat this area is, right? It's gonna be nice smooth, but then over here it'll get all bumpy and weird. So I'm definitely gonna have to put some more rocks over here around it. But yeah, it's looking good, I think. And this is looking good. I think that whenever I delete this, like I was saying, if that is the actual sort of roof, if I have it go down that way, I think that would be pretty good. And what I could do is actually have the wood go right up to wherever the rock is here, the rock surface is here. Like whenever it hit, this corner broke because the rocks were here and they punched up into the bottom of the boat as it fell from the slip space portal. This actually is making the wall a lot thicker than I intended, so I definitely need to thin it out this way a lot. Bring it over here. Maybe I'll just use the other side of this thing and then put my own rock detail on there, because this cover is cool whenever you do use it in a way that's helpful. Like I use it in Waterworks. Let's see. Nuggets with a bunch of nuggets seems legit. Yeah, exactly. The teammates I get in Firefight are so bad. Well, if you ever play with someone who is named Willforge, that is my son playing Firefight. So, he's 3, and that is why he's bad. So, yeah, I think you can forgive him. But if you get to, there are some people who play Firefight that seem like they don't really know how to play the Firefight mode at all. I've noticed. Let's see. Hey, Black Legacy Games. Welcome. I am still working on this one. Eventually I'm going to get into the scripting. Yeah, I kind of like this side more. Gonna get into the scripting on MOBA, maybe today, but definitely need to get back into that more heavily so that I can get that MOBA map done. But today, this is what we're doing. This is what's up. Let's see. I like the rock column because of the detail it does vertically, which but at like a glance, it looks like it's going to get really repetitive, but the moment you start like making it a little wider and twisting it and doing all sorts of stuff to it, you can find some really useful positions for it. For example, if you can, like these gaps in here, you can like line them up with things. Like, here, I'll show you what I did over here, just to give you an idea of what I'm talking about. I used them here, and I used the fact that it's got that gap there to let this log go on top of the stone. I did the same thing over here. These are both 2 different ones of that, and they're twisted and rotated in different ways, so you can't really tell that it's the same one twice. And it just looks like the log is on this log, but also resting on that stone, which is pretty cool. Let's see. It's like playing with recruit bots. If my son is in it, it's worse because he will run and jump out of the map and just kill himself. Wilco going hero this month? No chance. Oh yeah, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be real tough. By end of spring, maybe. Yeah. Let's see. Like for real, whenever you started playing it, at first he was killing a bunch of the of the banished. He was actually doing a really good job, and I was like, wow, that's really impressive. And then I was like, wow, so you're playing Firefight, buddy? He said, yeah. And then he like killed another grunt, and then he just turned around. He was on live fire. He was up on top of the, like, kind of in mid on top, and then he turned toward tower, or just to the left of tower, and just ran straight, jumped off the ledge, kept running, and then jumped down into the water and killed himself. I was like, dude, I just started watching you. He's like, I guess he was too embarrassed to have me watch him actually fight the banished or something like that. I don't know. Closer to completing your first map. Oh, that's awesome. Definitely a new blow, but I'd love feedback if you find some time. Absolutely. I can definitely take a look at your map and let you know what I think. And yeah, it was just really hilarious though. It just made me laugh. I'm sure his allies were not laughing as much, but I thought it was hilarious. This is a good angle because it's putting a slope here, actually. Let me see how that looks and see if it actually runs up. Yeah, it's pretty smooth, so what I gotta do is make it a little bigger around and let it go that way. And this should actually give me a nice... I don't like how it transitions there. The stone looks a little fake. You know what I mean? A little bit more like a clipping issue. Wait, that is pretty decent. That does not look like a clipping issue. Cool. Okay. Yeah, look how smooth that is. That's 2 rocks touching each other and making it to where it's a nice smooth ramp there. But yeah. LFG, is that looking for a group? Are you looking to play with some people? Is that what you mean by LFG? The classic LFG translation, or did you have another translation for that? Let's see. Because if you're looking for group to forge with, or are you looking for group to play with? Let's see. I'm gonna wait till you reply instead of just continuing to speculate. Let's see. So these panels are pretty cool. I wanna wreck them though. That also means that I might have the bottom of the boat down here, and I might want to just like put a giant hole in the bottom so you can kind of like see down the main part of the boat. You know what I mean? Like not the main part, the bottom part, the opposite of the main part. Let's see. Ooh, that one's still a prefab. I will have to break that apart anyway. So like. see what I mean? Like I might come down for the ridge, but then have the ridge broken over here so that you can go up through it. You know what I mean? Like do something akin to this, and then I can actually bring this. Oh, I gotta turn this around. You're in the trailer for my next map. Oh, nice. Very cool. Let me know whenever the trailer's coming out. Let's see. How far over do I want this? I think I like that curve being like that. So I think I might just leave it like that. I might actually bring this back a bit, and then do that. That way it won't feel like it's going to hit you in the face whenever you're coming up. You see what I mean? If it gets it out of your head space, like on sense, you know, on feel. Yeah, there we go. That's a little better. Send me a link later this week or next week. Awesome. Sounds good to me. Let's see. Alrighty. It'll be out in January. Nice. The map or the video? Let's see. I think I can't go steeper, right? I think this might ruin it. Oh, actually, no. It changes the way that the rocks transition into each other, so I'll have to adjust them now. There's a bit of a bump there now. But I might be able to just bring this over. Ooh, I might be able to line up where that green texture hits and make it look like the same algae patch. Yeah. Smooth out the connection. Nice. Okay, there we go. And that'll slope down a little faster, so it'll feel more like a... yeah, a slope, like a progress going up there. Let's see. It'll be out in January at the same time. Okay, cool. Sounds good. Yeah, so you can actually put a grenade right at the top of there, which is good. We need some rocks down here, because all this is going to be, you know, orange wall. We need rocks. We need stones. Alright, I don't think we actually place bets on how often my kids are going to come interrupt the stream today, but there we go. There's another. Let's see. I think... oh, you know what? There's a rock... I might have to go check on and see what they want, but it'll just be in a second, because there was a rock that just popped in my head that I want to see if I can find before I walk away and come back and then be like, what was I going to do again? Let's see, there was a rock. There's a really big, like, rectangle rock. You get somewhere where I can see them. It's a huge... this one. And it's got this, like, groove in it. Check this out. That other rock made me think of this, and then that other rock wasn't perfect for it. And so now I want to look for this one. And this rock is going to be... the bottom of the boat is going to be sitting in this groove. Like it's sort of resting in there to support it. And it's just going to be just like that. You see what I mean? And then this thing, I might need to flip the rock around. I don't know. Let's see if this is going to work. What are y'all saying? Let's see. I didn't accept my... accept my next map to be in production for so long. Yeah, I mean, you know, the best maps always take a long time to cook, to be honest. Do you know if you can have two teleporters share the same send and receive channels? I've been trying to increase the teleporter width, and the boundary setting is not working. Yummy pizza pocket. Nice. I believe that you can... let's see. I think that the way it works is that if there are two receiving channels and you have a sender, whether you have more than one or not, it will randomly pick one of those two receivers. Whenever you go through it, it'll arrive at one of those at random. And then if you do the same thing with two senders, they'll just both go to one receiver, or multiple receivers, they'll just randomly pick one of the receivers. So that should work. Redo your MOBA with new mode editor. Mode editor? Oh yeah, once the new mode comes out. You're right, maybe I should pause it until then. You're right. That's not out yet, right? I mean, they announced it, but that's coming with the next update, right? And on Tuesday of next week? Or am I crazy and just didn't even know that was in the game yet? Because that is going to be really cool. Yeah, so this will be really cool, I think, to have the boat. It's like these naturally cut raw. Yeah, okay, cool. And I think what I can also do is make it deeper to make it look... that what the point of that is going to be that if I have these two things coming down and meeting, then the distance deep, you know, is going to hide farther you go back, the more your angle is going to see more rocks, so I don't have to put another block there, because it'll be a lot harder to see. It'll come out next week. Yeah, cool. So you're right, I will not go back to the MOBA today, because if I do that, there's no telling what the updates will yield. Also, I might even wait a day or two after the next update, just because people are going to go on Twitter and be like, hey, you broke scripting entirely in this way. And if I, like, open the MOBA map, then it might, like, break the way the scripting works and, like, completely lock me out or something like that. So I'm gonna let some other people figure out whether or not the game is completely wrecked a little bit, and then I'm gonna go back into it. Because sometimes whenever you have a big project, it's best to let somebody else who has a smaller project guinea pig for you, because you don't want to have to lose all that work. And plus, OCOM will probably QA test it directly on purpose and figure out like 6 bugs that they didn't even know that were like really important and they should have caught themselves. You know what I mean? All at one time. I'm gonna go check on the kid and see why he's knocking, or she. I don't know which one it is. Be right back. What about it? It should bring you straight to your zone unless you make it. It's not as complicated as the other one where you have to like go back. My daughter was needing help with her schoolwork. Let's see. Pizza Pocket helped with your headache? Awesome, that's good. The heat of a Pizza Pocket will also hit the headache really good and sort of eliminate it really fast, so I'm sure that helped a lot. I can practically delete this now. I'm probably going to put some rocks or something like that over here. Or actually, I'll connect that into the thing, because this is what I want over here is a... let's see, where's my... I have a... No, that's not it. I've got a window on, not Firefox, it's on Chrome. I have way too many windows and tabs with like stuff like this when I was showing off yesterday. That's another one I was kind of looking for. This is what I was actually looking for, and ended up finding some of this, which is a really cool example. And then I found a bunch of other examples of like boats being turned into things. And it made me think, like, this is kind of what I was thinking of, but like giant awnings that stop the rain, kind of like this made from sails, you know, would be really cool. So I might do something like that. They do a lot of cloth roofs, you know? I don't know what this is. Oh, this is the thing I was scrolling down, right. And finding a lot of this. That just looks like a really cool boat. Anyway, yeah. And then I'll switch back over so I can see chat. Okay, actually, you have to change the channels. Actually, you have to change the channels. Okay, so this map is boats. It's a wreckage. It's a shipwreck. It's like a giant wreckage of ships that have been turned into a city on a deserted planet, basically. And it's like ancient boats and then like more modern boats, because it's basically the other end of the Bermuda Triangle. Let's see, the new Halo Wars inspired promo art goes unbelievably hard. Which one? Wait, did I miss something? Was it the, did I miss a promo art? Because right this second, is it the all I know about is the armor. Like, I've seen the armor, but I didn't know they released a promo art. I don't think you're going to be able to go up here, by the way. I'm going to like block these off, or maybe make them be broken or something like that. I just built this area out because from below you can see these railings, and over here I'm considering making this wall stay open and make it wrap around and come around here. So I thought that would be kind of cool, and it kind of fits with the idea that I did over here, where I've got like a lot more horizontal motion, you know, and like things wrapping around and connecting and things like that. Like the fact that you can come over here and jump onto here now will, you know, be a pretty big thing. Yes, send that to me, because I might have seen it, I might not have right now, it's not coming to mind. Hey, PTSD Machine, how's it going? And so basically, if you like grapple shot or repulsor your way up, I want you to be able to see more railing over on the other end, you know what I mean? I don't want it to be just like dead. So I might end up maybe doing something where I find a cheaper way of doing it, but for now, that's good enough. I don't think these are destructible. Yeah, good, they're static. Good, because these are destructible, and I copied them up there originally, and then I had to switch them. So, yeah. And I put these, like, cool shields, because it kind of feels like banners, but at the same time, it looks like shields, and it was just really cool. There was a concept art that I was looking at. Discord, okay. Let's see. Oh, I forgot to reopen Discord after I had to restart my computer for the update. Let's see. Let's see. Oh. That's pretty dope. That is really awesome. Spirit of Fire. One of the coolest ships in sci-fi. Like, if you see that and like the Battlestar Galactica in the air, you wouldn't have to worry about anything ever again. Every alien or, you know, robot threat would be done for. You know what I mean? Let's see. That is awesome. I like that a lot. I'm sold. I'll play Halo Infinite. As if I wasn't already. Okay, let's see. Can't quite fall down there. I was gonna drop down there so I could come down here and look at this stuff. So I need my natural cave down here. Ooh, this might be a little too flat, but I think if it's supposed to look like it's been like carved, kind of, that's a good thing. But yeah. Now that's Halo. Exactly. Doing well, thanks. I am going to be in and out, so not entirely here, lol. Okay, sounds good. If you do, what do you call it? If you have it to where it's ready for me to look at your map again, I can do that again today, because that would be kind of cool. But if you want to like cook a little more and then figure out, you know, get it nice and ready to be dug through again in a little bit, that's also a highly respectable, you know, opinion. Let's see. It's more Halo than what Halo's been for the last 10 years. I know, right? It definitely feels way more Halo. I think that there were like moments in Halo Infinite that were as good as classic Halo. But like the past 10 years have been, you know, there's a lot of Halo Infinite that I like a lot. But the last 10 years have been very off. What is this and why is it poking through? Yeah, I don't need to start here. I think I did want to start here for some reason. I think this was going to be the deck. That's right. This is the deck. And then I'm just going to put like, instead of stairs, I'm going to put like just paneling, kind of like, let's see, over here, kind of like these. Do I have any of these that's still prefab? I do. I'm just going to grab this as a prefab and move it over there as my starting point. Let's see. Nothing real dramatic. Updated on the map. The only real interesting thing would be the zip line. Up to you if you want to wait for there to be more content in the map before looking again. I know I'll get into it and I'll just spend like a long time wandering around. So yeah, let's wait until there's more so I can get more of this done now and then more of that done later. You know what I mean? Because I'll just wander around and think of it and look at how cool it is. And then waste a whole bunch of time that I could have been like building something or something to that effect. I'd spend more time like marveling at your cool map than I would than you did building whatever was on there probably, or something like that, you know. Oh yeah, weren't you meant to swap monitors? I was meant to, and I didn't yet, so it's still a little bit wonky, but you know, I'll fix it. Let's see. Let's see. I'm gonna go find. I think I've got one that's broken. Okay, so these are one of them that has like a panel missing. I think this one. Nope. This one. No. This one is broken. So these are all very useful ones to use, especially in this ramp over here, where people have probably been running up and down it, you know what I mean? So like, yeah, I think the boards being this way doesn't look as good. I feel like, I don't know about you guys, but like, that, I know that realistically, like if you were in, let's say, the Middle Ages and you were dealing with wooden panels, right? That this would be really good for a wheelbarrow, because your wheelbarrow wheel could go right up one in the middle. You could just ride straight up while you're doing work, right? But I feel like it feels odd in a gaming sense, and I feel like it should be more like this, Because gamers, I think, feel like that feels like a good grip, a good grip, a good grip, almost like a staircase going up. And it kind of gives you the implication that that's a direction you should go. You see what I mean? So, like, that kind of feels more like a ramp that you'd go up rather than that one. I don't know, maybe that's my imagination, but it just seems like it to me. Let's see. Oh, what are y'all saying? I'll have my map ready for you to look at in a week. Awesome. Lighting is what separates some forged maps from dev maps. Yeah, walk the plank in that. Exactly. So, like, which one do you guys think is better? Do y'all think it would be better to do it this way where it feels like staircase, and it kind of gives you an idea that you're going to be elevating kind of subconsciously? Or is it better, like, I guess I could just compare the two sides if I just move these out of the way to make it where you can kind of see them. Which side's better? Like, more like this, where it kind of looks like almost like arrows or lines pointing that direction? Or more like this, where it feels like a staircase? I don't know. Maybe it would be better this way. I don't know. I'm a little torn now. I definitely know, though, that whatever I do, I want to put one of these here instead of just those. So, like, it wouldn't just be like this. It would be more like one of these, you know? And then that way... Let's see. Let's see. Arrows. Okay. Then I'll do it the vertical way, then yeah. I mean, I've got actual staircases, too, so that'll kind of feel like a staircase. This one will feel like more like a ramp. So maybe the arrows will kind of help the, or the kind of, I guess not really arrows. I said arrows, but I guess it's more like lines or something. But still, they point you in the direction you're going, you know what I mean? Let's see, we're going to do that, and then we're going to remove that one. And I might actually turn that around to more of a strong outer side, right? To make it feel like you know where the ramp ends. And then just have the panel missing in the middle. You know what I mean? Let's see. I don't know, I'm going to bed, my head hurts. Okay, sounds good. Because it's always pointing in at one direction. Okay, that sounds good then. And this one actually has an angle that's kind of pointing up toward the staircase, which is kind of interesting. Alright, yeah, this looks pretty good. I know I'm jumping back and forth between block out and, you know, art, and that is just what I do, apparently. Think it's just safe to say that's just what I do at this point. Let's see, so I can do one with a broken panel, but it's pretty far down, so I don't know if that's going to work in this particular case. I used the broken panel elsewhere because I was doing cross, like, you don't notice that it's clipping into it. Look, I'll show you. You don't even notice over here that it's clipping down into it. You just see that there's like a panel and it sort of looks broken underneath there, but it is actually just clipping down in there because I covered it up with these cross panels like they were repairing it. So the angled panel and stuff like that clipping into each other, it doesn't really look bad. It just looks like it's supposed to be like that. I don't know. It's strange how that works over there so well. Over here though, it probably wouldn't work out as well. I'd have to do cross hatching on here, which I might do anyway, just like one of them. Like imagine I just do like one of them that's just at an angle across these. Let's see. Add an Easter egg of me, Lamal. Yeah. That would be funny. I need to think of how to make it of you. Let's see, because it's always pointing in one direction. I don't know, I'm going to bed. Yeah. Okay, just want to make sure I didn't miss anything. I'd have to figure out how to make it of you specifically. But, yeah. But I like to do Easter eggs in general, so, yeah. I think that'd be pretty funny. Like how Green Castle always has his castles. I don't have any like signature like that I put into my maps. I feel like I probably should, but you'd think. I'm high, Lamal. Oh yeah. Actually, yeah. No, look at that. Now I got that cross hatching. It kind of points toward that staircase. As you come around here, all of those are kind of pointing toward the staircase, which kind of tells you where to go next. As far as like entering the base, if you're like assaulting the base, then that's probably where you want to go next. And then, let's see. And then over here, where was that opening I was talking about? Okay, is the opening up here? Oh, Jesus, all the way up the top. Yeah, I was gonna loop around here. Okay, yeah, that's right. Let's see. I'm gonna already put some Easter eggs in my next map. Sounds cool to me. I'm gonna put a couple more. Nice. Yeah. Like I said, I like Easter eggs. I need to figure out how to do them better. Or at all. Let's see. I need this to fit. Okay, hold on. Let's see if this is gonna be what I need. Because if you think about it, they made this so thick on top. It's like hard to find a place where it actually fits. So then you gotta, like, if you want to kind of have the shape, you really just use it as the floor. Like this, you know what I mean? And then you can kind of make it wider, and then whenever you make it taller, suddenly you're kind of connecting up there. In which case I'd be able to remove that corner. Just make it a little thinner. It becomes like a nice little part of the wall there. But it might be too thin for the warthog, so I think I need to make it wider if that's the case. Oof. Getting really stretched out because I forgot it doesn't quite perfectly line up. It's kind of frustrating. Alright, well maybe if I make it poke out a little bit. And actually it might be kind of interesting to make the wall not perfectly flat by poking it out over here. That'd be a good idea, right? Let's see. What do you guys think? Because that sounds like a good idea to me. Let's see. It happened in season... Oh, bro, one time I loaded up something in Forge, and bots were trying to kill me. I got a clip of it, Lamau. Yeah? Like, you loaded up in Forge itself, and it was loading in bots for some reason? That's crazy. Let's see, the music stopped. Why did the music stop? It's good to turn that back on. There we go. Repeat the good idea about wall. About this wall? You're saying it looks like a good idea to you too? Is that what you're saying? Let's see. Oh, repeat the good idea. Do you think it should be, I understand what you're saying. Instead of a flat wall, this angle looks pretty good. I think it kind of breaks up the wall a little bit. Oh, I need to turn on the water. Hold on, hold on. I need to see what the water looks like in this case. Is it above the rocks? Okay, the rocks definitely need to be taller so that it disappears under the water a little bit. More at the level of where the ground is now, and then I can make that, once that orange ground disappears, it'll kind of clean it up a little bit. I see what you're asking then. Yes, okay, cool. So, now we have this going on. You think it's a good idea? Okay, cool, yeah. I thought it suddenly made that area was flat, and it felt overly flat, and then as soon as I put this in there, it kind of felt like it made that flat area acceptable because this area wasn't so off, you know, and then also was a door frame. It kind of felt right. It's going to be a medieval map. It kind of is. So basically what it is this. Bermuda Triangle. Boats go missing, right? So the idea is an ancient human ship is underneath the ocean on Earth, and it was missed whenever the Forerunners swept Earth to try and get rid of the old tech and then put the de-evolved humans back on Earth according to the Forerunner trilogy. They essentially missed a spot, and there was a ship under the water there, right? And it was creating, at the time it was dormant, but as the time and erosion got to it, eventually it accidentally activated. And it started creating slip space portals, and that's why the Bermuda Triangle started happening. Basically, it was grabbing old ships, like pirate ships and other various vessels. Like, this is probably not a pirate ship, for example, but this one over here might have been a pirate ship, you know what I mean? Like, all sorts of different vessels were being caught in it and pulled through. Eventually, a full-blown, you know, steel frame ship got broken in half, and the one chunk of it's over there, one chunk of it's over here, and it landed on top of a whole bunch of structures that were built here from the old ancient wreckage of all the ships. And the people who were surviving here, they lost a lot of people probably that day, because the boats appeared out of nowhere and crushed them all. Then they proceeded to incorporate those boats into their structure, into their city. So now it's just, this is this. And then eventually, the UNSC discovered it, and they have now sent Spartans through the portal to both explore this new space, figure out what's going on here, and then also run their training drills. So they're all running through these twisting catwalks and structures and things like that to try and, like, you know, figure out what's going on here and, like, map it out. And maybe there's going to be the implication that there's way more to this entire planet, right? Like, this is probably a moon because there's a giant planet there, and then another one. And then another one over there. So these are probably all moons of that planet. And yeah, that's just the thought. That's the idea. And I've probably explained it like a couple times on stream, so I'm sure I'm starting to to repeat myself, but that's okay. Let's see. Because I keep on telling it again and again and again, but that's okay. I think I'm gonna put like a walkway up here, and then coming down here. That's sort of like built into this. I don't know. Maybe it should be stone, but I feel like this area should be more like milled stone or something. It's a pretty cool, interesting concept. Yeah, right? I try to, do that with all my maps, but it's just, takes a while to get to the point where I'm actually satisfied with a finished map, and I haven't actually finished one in so long. Ugh. I need to get to that point, guys. Eventually I need to go back to my older maps and finish them, because it's getting kind of ridiculous. It's bothering even me. Hope it's not bothering any of you guys, but it's bothering me that I haven't gotten to finish any of them. I feel like this needs to be thinner. You know what I mean? And then like go up with a block. In which case I could probably delete this one. But like if this thing is so thick, it kind of feels a little odd. Maybe I could just put some... Actually, I'll just put some detail on the outside of it. Haven't released a map since August or September, right? Let's see. I had taken a break from forging since August and September. No, well, since, when was it? It was November, actually. But yeah. Whenever I did the, whenever my sister was getting married, but yeah. Okay, so... What if there's a tunnel... I think it would be good to have a tunnel here. That's another means up into this base, this direction, right? Through this, like, wreckage in the wall, which was just left over here from where I copied this shape from. And then there'd be another path over here that'd be above it, and it'd actually be going through the built section. Like the, like if we've got this section, like this kind of stuff going on up there, around the corner, like imagine this is the ship that I have, and it kind of goes around a corner into a big old structure like this on a big old platform. And like the bone structure of a boat would be underneath it for support. It'd be kind of cool looking, like that. And then like, and a big old platform along the top. And then the big old building on top. All resting on top of a rock base. Well, the cave can go up underneath it and go up inside the thing, and then the other one would go wrap around above it and sort of just be like a balcony. And that'd be kind of cool. It'd also be a way, maybe you could get up onto it. I think that'd be pretty dope. And to explain what I just said, I will point it out over here. Imagine you're looking at it this way. You've got the boat, and then it wraps around, and then there's a balcony like right here, and then underneath there's the cave that comes up and around and in. I think that'd be pretty good for ways of getting into this one. Which is important because I made a lot of cool, like, interesting, like, entrances and exits and catwalks and crosswalks and stuff like that. Over here there's going to be like a ramp and then a platform and stuff like that connecting to there. It's still sort of implied by by this thing, that structure, the sword base section. And this is all just, it's prisoner and then sword base, mixed together. And then I'm adding my own end pieces for the bases. I just realized I covered up the chat. Let's see. My next map started production in September or October. Oh yeah, that's true, actually. I'll be right back. That was whenever I streamed like once. Alright, I'm back. Let's see. And, that's all I want to click. Okay, there we go. Cool. Okay, so... what are we doing here, then? I want to do... let me punch a hole through for the cave then. So we've got this area, and it'll be kind of, I kind of like how the way it like is leaning over. I'll probably need to put something, like obviously the floor up there needs to be cave. And then it'll wrap around here. So I like the idea of it wrapping around, like the way that's sort of imposing down tells you that it's hiding something. So you're going to be inclined to turn that direction, which is perfect because I want it sort of to wrap up and around that way, you know, as a slope. So I like that way that rock ended up being there. And I was just originally just going to close this section off, but then whenever I saw it this way, that's actually what inspired the idea. So, yeah. So let's do that. This thing has a curvature to it and a slope. Let's try this. I don't remember if I was saying something before I left the room, though. But yeah. So if I flatten it, it'll flatten the, it'll smooth out the collision box. And then I can bring it down into the water. And then, yeah, there we go. That worked out. Okay, and then I can actually just copy it and come up from there again, sort of from an angle, and see how low I need to go for the collision to be smooth. You know what I mean? For the pathable area to be smooth. Let's see. Alright. Oh wow, that was easy. Very smooth. Okay, let's try one more time and go up to here. We're gonna wrap it even tighter this way at the last curve. So it might be a little bit less. Oh, I know how to do. If I tilt it this way, then it will compensate for the fact that I went a little tighter with that turn. Yeah. Look at that. Okay. So pretty smooth descent and ascent. I think they might need to go a little flatter, to be honest, but they are, but only by a little tiny bit, like just a tad. Because there's a point in them that's like bumping up. That's why I'm saying that. Because whenever it there's a certain point in the in running up the slope that it sort of feels like it's. Bring that down. Let's see if that works. Where it's like bump, bump, bump. It's a little rough. You know what I mean? But power sliding feels like it smooths it out, so looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. Obviously, this is the deck. It's not supposed to be outside of the ship, so I actually need to bring this in. Now I think about it. I didn't even realize I'd done that. Let's see. Go down to 58 on that side. Let's see. There we go, 50. So if I just make this one 50, I should be able to snap it to there. And the same with these. Yeah. This is like storage, basically. This is the bottom. Actually, they'd probably be even lower. You know, they used to store their stuff all the way at the bottom of the like down inside of the base. You know what I mean? Like, so where it's like wrecked and open, there might be like some crates up inside there, which might be pretty cool looking. To do that. And then 50. This feels like it's not centered anymore. Interesting. It might be centered up top. No, that still feels more centered now that I moved it over. Okay. Well, that's good because it'll give this area more room to breathe as it goes around that. That's pretty smooth. Pretty good. And then we're going to need some... I think maybe some wrecked... Kind of like this, actually. Let's do... I'm just going to copy this over, and then we'll make it more original and unique from over here later. Just like we did with this one coming over from the other side. And world. Bring this over. It's actually already at the right height to go perfectly with that surface because I copied it from the other one. But it's not the right angle. Let's see. So it's going to have to be adjusted on the height. Let's see. Let's see, when the fantasy world has a giant tree in the middle of it, right? I'm using that tree as a mast because with the update that's coming in next weekend, they're making it so where you can change the texture of this on here. So I'm gonna be able to make the texture look more like a wooden pole, like a mast, and less like the bark of a tree. I could just use a cylinder, a really tall cylinder, but it wouldn't have the irregularity of like wear. You know what I mean? Like over here, for example, it worked out great because it's got that shattered tip. So whenever I wanted to make it a mast that had broken and fallen down into that area, it kind of really made sense, you know? But yeah. So that's the reason I've got the world tree in the middle of my boat. Let's see. It looks fine like this, but I feel like it should be mud looking if it's gonna be... Like, it could be mud, you know what I mean? That it's, like, caked in mud right there. But that rock kind of feels a little bit less like mud than that. I don't know. But it's also kind of smoother here. I might need to make it sort of, like, angled. You know what I mean? Fallen tree bark in the room looks sick. I know, right? It looks... this one over here. I tried it and it looked so good, and then I just I placed it there. I didn't even think about the fact that it would be a pathway up until later, and then I went, you know, that actually solves a problem that I had where there needs to be a really direct route into this base. All of the other ones are so defensible, and this one is extremely defensible because you're surrounded in different avenues of being shot at, but it's also so quick that you can get up here and theoretically get into cover, but like if no one knows you're there, if no one realizes you're down here and you're about to go up there, like if you're the only one over here and you start running and they don't catch you until you're right here, you could power slide and get out of the way and like break line of sight from people pretty easily. So it works out really well, and if you got thruster or like grapple hook to where you can get up like halfway and then like grapple to something or thrust up there or something, yeah, it really does look like it's gonna work out nicely. Oh, you okay? Yeah, you are okay? I am, Daddy, yeah. Yeah. Let's see, so basically this one, just in case you're wondering, by the way that I'm doing this is, it's not all bumpy from these panels because this is set to no collision, and this is the only floor you're walking on. So you're walking on this thing's panel. Let's see, fallen tree. You'll color the tree like little kids coloring their color book. Exactly. So this thing is the actual floor you're walking on whenever you walk on this. You're not walking on those panels at all. They're purely artistic. So, yeah. It's gonna work out pretty nicely. Let's see. Let me go ahead and duplicate that object. Are you okay? Yeah? What is it? Do you need me? Alright, so we want to go world 2 degrees maybe, and then 2 degrees that way. It is going to cause it to sort of hit this edge roughly, so I might need to do something about that. Oh, you know what I could do? I could theoretically use one of these here and then do another one that's farther up, that's sort of halfway in the angle, so it's not too big of a leap, you know what I mean? And then that'll smooth it out, hopefully. Let me see. It's a little bumpy, but I think it can be adjusted now. Is that right, or did that make it worse? That made it probably a little worse. Let's see. I think this is one of the reasons I really like the idea of a curved collision blocker. Because if I could put a curved collision blocker at the top of this, that could like smooth over the parts where, you know, where it's bumping, that would be amazing. I think I need to grab the main one that is, you know, that I'm building the rest of this off of, and just move it so I can get to building. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. That was not supposed to happen. this one, and then remove that one. That's what I meant to grab. And that way I can just test this one, make sure it's smooth. Yeah, it's definitely bumpy. Let's see. Oh yeah, you can see how bumpy it is. Jesus. Okay, it needs to go that way. And then I think what one of the problems is that it's too thick. There we go. That'll help make it not... Okay, and then now we need to make it closer to the correct angle there, so that it bumps up a little bit at a time. Is this the right way to go, or should I just make the rocks go into a flat surface and then go straight into that? Because this is getting a lot more difficult than I thought it was going to be. You know what I mean? Alright, I got someone knock on the door somewhere. I'll be right back again. She's learning to do it all by herself, which is really cool. You'll color the tree like... Yeah, okay, yeah. Let's see. I think... yeah, I might go with the flat, to be honest. I mean, having it like arch would be cool, but I'm thinking about how I would make it fully smooth, and I don't know if that's really all that possible. Because I could do this, that. I could, for example, let me re-prefab this. I could make it an arch, you know, like make it arch like this, and it would get the same kind of effect, but it would be easier to keep it playing smooth. You see what I mean? So like if I go back over here, I go into that crevice there, which would be kind of cool looking. And then I do that, then it's arching. It's like the problem was that it was like ending there, right? Well, now it's not. Now it's like going down into the floor, and the only problem left now is that this rock doesn't quite feel like maybe that it's made of mud. But whenever it's in it like that, it's kind of does feel okay. Like I don't know. It's making me feel like this is not just rock, but. know, with fire in them to make it look like it's you know, it's a structure. I mean a thing that they do. And then I think I feel like, what was the height that I need? I think that might be where I need it, to be honest. Ooh, it might be too high, actually. No, that's about right. I can make it look like stone up here, and like, yeah, that makes sense. And I need some cave, which is going to be that flat. The natural rock, where is it? Rock flat, there we go. Where is my webcam? What the heck? Properties. Okay. Webcam. You hear me now? Bro is locked in. Yeah. Okay, boom. How's that? Is that looking better? Is that sounding better? That should be working better. I don't know what was going on with that. So, forgot what I was saying. Okay. Let's see. So let me know, yeah, if that's better, let me know. I need some support for this stone in the back here, else it won't feel realistic. So I was gonna make this be wood. I think it's gonna be wood on top of rock, right? Does that make sense? Let's see, I had a rock column over here that I might not even need anymore. I can probably just delete it, because it's not really doing anything over here. So instead I'm gonna move it over here instead of deleting it. I'm gonna make it like this. Yeah, that looks good. Looks like a good shape. And then, but yeah, that's weird that the microphone keeps on doing that. I haven't, I didn't have those issues whenever I was streaming before. So it must be a weird new, like, update or something. And then I'm thinking about, what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna put, oh, that's not what I want. Let's see, can't, object, tilt it this way, and then I'm gonna put a platform of wood going over it, you know what I mean? And then maybe have this rock down here, or something to that effect. Let's see. This rock, which will go very nicely around in the corner here. I'm gonna warp it and turn it into this ramp over here. Kind of like the idea of it not being straight like it was originally. I kind of want to tilt it. So I'm gonna make it kind of, well, much larger. And then tilt it this way. It does need to be that way. Okay. And then I need to go this way. Let's see. Can you go up that? Yeah, that works just fine. And then what I was thinking about doing was, here, let me make it longer, so it actually has more of an averaged out kind of height to it, you know what I mean? So the slope becomes smoother. Actually, that seemed to make it worse. I don't know. Oh, it's talking about the reactive water. That's right. That's what I was trying to say. Right? Is that I'm not sure if they, like, replaced the reactive water with something else that made this one break. But this one doesn't seem to be splashing at all. Is there something weird going on with reactive water right now in Forge that I'm not privy to? Do you guys know? That's pretty smooth. Play Pal World now, Microsoft wants to tell me. I'm like, you know, I mean, everyone's talking about it, but I don't know if I want to play it. Okay, yeah, I'm straight up creating a block. Oh, I see what's going on. So it needs to go further out and then tilt more down. That's what I messed up. There we go. That should be smooth on both ends. Yeah, there we go. I fixed it. Okay, cool. We got it. I hope you guys can hear me now, because no one's replied since I made the since I adjusted it. I hope I fixed it, because now I'm just confused. Let's see. The other one that worked out really nicely, I think. Okay, I want to do. There's a particular one that's kind of rounded. Is it this one I'm thinking of? Let's see, I need to get it up out of the ground. Let's see. That is not it. Is it this one? Is this the one with the curve, or is this the one I'm thinking of? This is the one I'm thinking of, I think. This one kind of has a curve too, but the thing is that it kind of... It's like this side to up there is like a curve, inner curve, but it doesn't really maintain it. Oh, let's see. I'm thinking about it after my nap comes out. After my nap comes out, I noticed reactive water acting funny as well. Yeah, it seems like at least right now it's not seemingly doing anything. I was thinking that I didn't even have reactive water, but then I checked it and it says it's reactive water. So I don't even know. I'm kind of confused though. Photography studio, because I think you were... Oh, map. Gotcha. I was gonna say. What did you say earlier? You were high? So I was thinking that maybe that's what it was. But yeah. Let's see. I like this. I really like the way this is going. But then, no, it was just a typo. Let's see. Okay, here we go. So what I was thinking about doing is basically having like a bit of wood going that way, and then a bit of wood coming down, having kind of do a sort of change in angle, and then have these rocks all be here, and so you can come up here, and you can kind of like fight from up here, and move on to this if I can make it smooth enough, like this is already. I'm high but can't type for shit. Something and my editing at the same time watching this. Yeah. So like you'll be able to sort of defend that doorway and then fight people down there all at the same time. This is looking good, I think. I like this a lot. The way that smoothness is going. This one and this one need to be duplicated. Are you just hanging out, Aurora? Do you need help with something? What's up? You do? You do? Oh, okay. I didn't even realize that. I'm sorry. Okay, let's see. I'm high, but I can't type for shit. Yeah, video editing. Yeah, that makes sense. Let's see. So basically something like this, I can pretty much just tilt this and then I can do some scaling and delete the ones that aren't necessary anymore and stuff like that. Yeah, just like that. Boom. Oh, it's not in the ground. Oh yeah, so definitely needs some adjusting, but it's pretty close. Let's see, that one and that one. Oop. And I think it needs to be... Oh, you know what? I think it needs to be slightly more... Like, ooh, actually, look at that. It puts the cutout around the rock, you know? Around that rock there pretty nicely. As if it's, like, somehow bracketed to the rock. I could do the same thing down here like that. I think it's not quite touching the ground, so I need to scale it differently. But that's basically what I want. Boom, look at that. I wonder if I could... tilt it more, and if that would be a good thing or not. Oh, it created a bump. Oop, want that to be there. And then I need to make this. Is this going to scale in both directions? No, it's not. Okay, then I need to go object. I need to go 45. I need to tilt it. I need to make it go down into the ground there, so it's nice and smooth. Let me go to this. We lost our music. Firefox. Firefox allows AdBlock Plus in a way that Chrome just doesn't want to work with right now, so I'm still using Firefox for the music now. It solves that problem really nicely. There we go. Okay, there's still a bump there. I'm not sure what I did that created that bump and is now seemingly permanent. Like, I did undo. I didn't think it would stay that way. Alright, here we go. Let's see. Much better. There's a bump there. I think I'm about to put another rock up here just to smooth this out. Make it feel nice. Might just have to adjust this rock entirely though, because like now it's clipping into that. There we go. Having that curve right there would be nice. Would be good. There we go. You know what I never did? I never checked the other side of this rock to see if it's clipping into anything over here. It does not appear to be except for these. And I can re-angle this to be slightly less steep, which would be fine. And yeah, there we go. Ba-ba-ba-ba. 45, flip it around. Oh, what the heck just happened? Let's see, flip it around. And now, what I'm probably gonna do, I think what I'm gonna do is actually, delete that. I'm gonna grab this one and drag it over, and actually delete this one, and make this one be like the panel that's here. So I'm actually going to scale this slightly. I'm going to scale it in both directions, so just the X, because I want the panels to sort of line up. And then I'm going to go down to 90 and make that little gap on the side there, like there's something wrong with the paneling. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to rotate this one around to be like that, to do the same thing with the ramp. Okay, well now we got this thing's telling us, hey, you're gonna keep going up and you're gonna turn left, right? So it's gonna tell you that it kind of goes that way. I think I want it to be a little more to the left there, like that way, almost telling you, almost like falling off the edge to feel a little more ramshackle. You know what I mean? It's getting dangerously close to that edge. Feels like it's gonna fall off or something like that. I think that's a good spot. Now I do also think that this needs to be tilted more that way, because that block was sort of poking up through up there. There we go. What's up?
Could you help me find the tab that has the questions and the questions of what I did and the thing
The thing with the picture and the questions. The tab with the questions. I think I can do that. Yeah. I think it should be one that's your lesson. It should be named that, if in the name of the tab, it should have the lesson name in it.
What's the lesson?
It's going to be lesson 2. Or mission 3, lesson 2. Or is it mission 4? Are you mission 4 now? Yeah, mission 4, lesson 2, I think it is. Not mission 3. Yeah. Very nice. Cool. Let's see. See, so that means it kind of feels like that. And all these textures I can tweak to be a little more interesting, that they're not all the exact same color browns and stuff like that later. But, and I would kind of like to do stuff like that, like maybe some of them being painted, like they were salvaged from something that was painted red or whatever, or something to that effect, you know what I mean? It'd be kind of cool. Like if these were a different color than the rest of it because they were salvaged from some other material. So like I could do something like a sort of like a deep red and then like make it really faint. You know what I mean? Something like that. It'd be kind of cool. So I'm probably gonna do some of that around the map, but yeah. And I'm also, you know what would make that also look really good is if I did color spread. So it's got slightly different coloring in different areas, like it's like the paint is wearing out. Yeah, that's good. And I'm going to do that throughout all of these different panels. And I might make something like more of the red ones over here, and then more of the blue ones over here to imply a red side, blue side. But it doesn't have to be, you know, Infinite doesn't do that. They have more of a fluid. You can switch back and forth between the sides, so kind of hard to say if I should go through all that trouble. Let's see.
I checked all the tabs before I came in here.
Yeah? Well, I'm going to help you in a second. What happens if I do... like river bottom. No, that's the gnarly one. Wait a minute. What is it called? River rocks. That does look like a cool, interesting kind of version of concrete, but that's not what I was trying to go for. Is that the grime layer or scratch layer that makes it look so gray like that? That's interesting. And then there's like rock A, B, bedrock. Let's see. Rock cliffside, rock granite. I'm trying to see if there's a good one that looks like a like stacked rock that would look good in this spot, like for that. You know what I mean? Oh, there's. Let's see. Rubber, rust, sand, sand rock. That's looking pretty good. If I switch that to gray, actually, yeah. If I make this one, look, let's see. This, bring it down. Bring the color spread to like 60. Get us some color variation. Kind of looks like an intended structure. Maybe should be doing wood, but I don't know. Looks pretty good. And then I can go down to grime layer and switch it to map, match all of the moss that I have everywhere else to bring it up and make it look like it fits in with this environment. I think it's better to make it look like this darker moss. It's less bright because it's down in this darker area. Because it's going to be like a dank room. Just a really dank ass room, you know what I mean? And then, let's see, banished trim can be replaced with, is there like a, oh yeah, you just go to rust, right. You can go to, I don't think there's a rusty metal. I wish there was, where it's like two different colors of like gray and rust, you know what I mean? And they would just sort of like be a little mottled looking. I wish they had that, but I'm not aware of it if they do. Can make this a nice darker kind of iron, wrought iron kind of rustiness. I don't know, that stripe might have to go. I thought I was controlling the these, I think, the rods. So I was gonna go down to rust and put rust on that. Let's see, rust. Yeah, we're gonna go with this rust. And then we can make it like dark, but like barely darker. And then, actually, I don't know, maybe not. And then color spread, we will go with like 30 and give it some different variation in the rust. And then, of course, this is a very wet rust. So all of this should actually be roughness 0 because everything down here is very wet. There we go. Now we're looking at some gnarly rusty iron bars. I think the scratching needs to go till almost nothing. Or literally nothing. I don't know, it takes away from some of the depth of it, I feel like, to take away the scratches. And yet they're so intense whenever you just get a 1. I don't know. Kind of hard to say. I do think that I maybe need to bring it down. Because the way it goes into the roof is no good. So I can just have like this kind of effect there. Yeah, looks pretty good. So the idea is to not need these anymore, and I don't think that I've achieved that. I think I need to get something that will just make a really good, smooth, flat transition of slope. Right along the edges of this one that's already here. I'll just sort of tilt down into it so we don't lose the definition of the shape of this rock that I liked so much in the first place. Let's see. Is that enough? Kind of has a bump. Okay, so what we need to do is probably tilt this way. And that way. That way it'll tilt into this other rock a little bit. Ooh, that made a bump coming out. Ooh, yeah, that's a pretty bad one. That's an obvious one. Like, I would expect to bump on that. So definitely needs to go back to there. Okay, now the bump is mostly gone. Yep, nice and smooth. There we go. And I'm not sure what I'm going to do up here, if it'll be more stones or what. It might be going into the actual structure of that larger boat above us. That larger boat, though, like the way it felt right to make the boat be terminating there and coming in, right? Which means this building down here would not be part of the lower boat. Like, it might have come down and then go to a different slope or something like that down to there. But I could adjust it if I need to. But like, this area felt like it was, you know what I mean? I don't know if you guys understand what I'm talking about, but it feels like this room down here, it doesn't make as much sense to me to make a straight shot cut. It feels like it would cut into the map, and that wouldn't work as well. But then having this, and then having it come back out, doesn't feel like the shape of a boat. So unless this area was like bent and like twisted metal, you know what I mean? Then it would just make more sense to make it be something else. Like, this section is part of Sword Base, but it won't be part of the boat that is Sword Base. It would be something else that's crashed in here. Or another part of the structure, maybe what the other boat landed on top of. And so this thing would be looping back around into, you know, maybe part of its actual boat. Like, this doorway might be what starts cutting into the hull of the other boat and making it into a structure. You know what I mean? I don't know, it's hard to explain. But I think that's it for today. I think I've done enough work for today. And I hope my mic is working right now, because I know it's giving out, apparently. But yeah. Anyway. I think it might be done for today. Because, like I said, I gotta go feed the kids. We gotta go get food for everybody. I might also need to move all of this, to be honest. Like, the way that that's hitting there. I could bring this in and maybe make it resting on a support beam right here. That's part of this, the structure that they built to keep this boat from, like, collapsing on top of their stuff further. Which just means I have to move all that stuff up there over as well. And that would be fine. But the other option is I grab this entire boat and move it over. Because I built this boat not planning to build this tower here and this tower here, and then after I got into it, I was like, really like the idea of these being here, because it's just kind of dull without it, and it makes a good transition for this part. I just need to fill in that hole in the middle, and it'll look really good. But then right now, it's like clipping into everything, so. Another option is I bring this up at a steeper angle. But yeah. Hard to say. And I think I need to put some support beams coming from there down to there, because if this thing is supporting the boat up and keeping it from collapsing, we need something that looks like it's actually doing that. Yeah. Alright. Yeah. Okay, cool. Alright, I'll catch you guys later. And I'm gonna get back into scripting, like the MOBA, like I was saying before. Back or later, whenever the next season comes out, I'm gonna find out if there are any new scripting bugs or anything like that, so I can try and turn the MOBA script into an external one that can plug into multiple maps. That way, you know, that map that I'm making won't be the only map that it works with. So yeah. Anyway, yeah, I'll catch you guys later. Bye. If you're still around, later Photography Studio. If you're still editing your videos, and everybody else as well. Bye. Oh, wait, I had to hit the button over here. Yeah, later.